Welcome, ladies and why is this such an echo? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I know I just sprung this. I just sprung this on everybody. I know. I'm sorry. My bad. Can you guys hear me? It's a loud echo in my voice. Oh, not my voice in my ear. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. All right. Look, today's show is a few people asked me, like, do I have footage of me, um, training and, drilling kids? And I was like, yeah. It was the video I was looking for was actually on my Instagram. So I pulled all the stuff from that video and then put it together so I can, show you guys, you know, um, what a real workout looks like, um, how I train kids. Um, it ain't easy, not gonna lie. The stuff I do is extreme, but it's the it's how you get better. It's the only way I knew how to train. So um, my kids go through it, they hate it. Not my problem, right? So I'm gonna break down, for some of the, guys in here that trains, some of you guys who pay for training, at least you can get an idea of what training's supposed to look like, what the next level of high level training supposed to be. So when you're spending your money on people, um, you can really look at, examples of, how to get to the next level or just, how to prepare. Um, so let's dive right into it. How's everybody Saturday doing? I'm not gonna lie, I just made some picks on Underdog Fantasy, and I had a couple Golden State players. Looney had 5 rebounds in the first half, didn't play no more. I needed 6. Clay, 10.5 points. He had 10. Just needed one more point. He didn't play after halftime. You know what I mean? Just but I hope you guys Saturday is doing very well. I hope this guys inspire you to go out there and wake your kids up and make them do great. So here we go. Boom. Let me see what we got here. All right. So look, this first drill. So this is um morning session. So, it's 3 times a day. I have morning session, afternoon session, and then night session. So this first workout is inside the gym. So we have a climber. So you can see this is the warm up. This is a climb. So they have to do 400 yards on a climber, 400 yards on a bike, 400 yards on a treadmill, and then they have to do 15 layups, right? That's round 1. So each kid has to go through the rounds. Second one is 400 yards, ride the bike for 400 yards, treadmill, I don't know why it's not written, treadmill for 400 yards, then 15 mid-range jumpers. That's round 2. Round 3, 400, 400, 400, and 15 threes. So that's the warm up before we get into all the shooting drills for that day. So we'll see how. So you can see how it looks in real time. So everything is fast, high volume, and I'm trying to push your body. So each kid has to go through each drill. So the kid on the bike, when it's time, he goes to where my son is, Elijah. Where Elijah goes, he goes to the treadmill. Whoever's on the treadmill goes to the court. Whoever's on the court goes to the bike. So I think I got about 4 kids here. So as you can see in the background, you can see there's a kid who's dressed on a treadmill. Now he's working on layups. The reason I don't have them, like breaking, like so after the court, they come right back. So everything is really fast. It's about 10 straight minutes of just movement, right? Just different movement. First is on your just your legs, then it's the whole body, then it's just track, and then it's making layups. So all 3 rounds, there's no break. The break is after this. The youngest that was training this was probably 11. Um, that's only because he can't get to the machine. He can't get to the machine. But for younger kids like that, I do alter some of the machines for them. Just like anything. All right. So that workout, that was the warm up. And then from there, we have a bunch of drills that we do. We'll play, I'll do one-on-one full court, um, no jump shots, and it's uh 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds. So it's 5 straight minutes. We'll do 5 straight minutes, one-on-one, 10 seconds, no jumpers. So that means it's basically full court. You have to basically get a layup every single time, right? That's probably one of the hardest drills, because most kids, they just want to shoot the jump shot. They want to shoot the jump shot so they don't have to they can get back on defense faster. So when you think of the concept, think about it. If I'm making a layup, the person is getting the ball out and he's taking off. So I make the layup, I got to hurry up and run because he's already trying to get a fast break layup also. Now you're doing that the whole time, 5 straight minutes is rough. So some of these kids throw up and, but this really lets when I get the video, when I get all of the footage, I can be able to show you that drill. But no matter how talented you are, that drill shows you talent means nothing. Because no matter how gifted you are, if you're not in condition, you can be beat. So that's the reason I have that drill for 5 minutes. So a really talented kid, yeah, he can get off to a good start. But if he don't have the win, for 4 minutes, he'll just be damn near walking up the court because he can't focus because he's tired. So, the most important thing is basically being in shape. That's what I preach the most, being in shape. So this next part of this video is track workout. So right now you have Elijah picking up the ball. He started at the 100-yard line. So he has to sprint 100 yards. Then there would be a ball. There's cones around the curve, and he has a move to do. So he has to do the move So like if it's between the legs, the first cone's between the legs, the second cone between the legs twice, third cone between the legs 3 times, and so on. And then when he gets to the last cone, drop the ball, run 100 yards. So you sprint the 100-yard, you sprint the straightaways, you do the moves on the side. He has a weight vest on also. Every kid goes through this 4 times. So basically you're running a mile.
Everybody wants to be great. Everybody wants to get to the next level of something. You know, everyone wants to be a pro. Everyone wants to be a star, the GOAT. But they don't know how, or they're not willing to put in the work. And the kids who do want to achieve that, they have no guidance. You know, so since I've been around, you know, I was self-motivated, self-trained. And then, you know, once I got older and realized I was handicapped, to, getting better, I had to watch others, watch other greats, and then realize how to work out, the efficient way, the tiger way, if you're trying to be a tiger, you have to train like one. You can't want to be a tiger, but you're lazy and you're just walking around, like a lamb. That's not how that works, So you have to train mad to be. So yeah, 60-40.
Okay, so with that drill, we do that 4 times. And then there'll be one time where since there's 4 kids, everybody has their 100-yard line, right? So after every kid does their 4, after they do their mile, it's 1 more 100 yards. So it's 1 versus 3, right? And you got 3 defenders, 1 offensive player, and he has to get to the other 100-yard line. So he has to try to get through 3 people, 3 defenders, moving forward, and then whoever has the curve, it's his turn. You get the whole lane. You get all 8 lanes to try to get past your defender. So now you got defense while you're completely tired, right? It's all about conditioning, finding fun ways to get in condition. So that's one of our track workouts. And then this one, it's called the 60-40 drill. I don't know if you guys remember Kendall Gill. Yeah, Kendall Gill. I think it was right before
came from a retired.
Right before COVID. I kept watching his post where it was him and a group of friends and people that used to follow him. They used to go on a track and do the 60-40 drill. You sprint 60 yards, jog 40. So it's every day. It started off, I think it was 20. So day 1, 20, you do 20 of them, up and back. So you go up 1, 2, so you do 10. Tomorrow is 21. The next day, 22. You're doing it every single day, increasing. And then I think when you get to like 37 or 40, you come all the way back down. And then once you come back down, so it's like a month and a half of just straight doing this drill. So I altered it for, the kids a little bit. So here you got 60-yard sprint, 40-yard jog, up and back. And then you got a weighted 20 weighted jump. So I think somebody has on a weighted vest where you got to jump 20 times. 20 rollouts. That's probably the sit-up machine where you roll it out. You got 10 power dribbles with the left hand, 10 power dribbles with the right hand, and a minimum of 20 up and back. So up and back is just 1 set. Damn. Woo, shit.
Third player by the name of Kendall Gill. Mm-hmm. He has this 60-40 club where on the football field, you run 60 yards, jog 40, turn around in the end zone, sprint 60 yards, jog 40, and then do your, I guess he has a couple
Stations.
like drills, like, you know, they'll do jumping jacks or lunges. And, you know, so I got that from him.
4-year-old, with a 4-year-old, just have a bunch of balls around, just so he gets interested in it. Probably have one of them little baby hoops, and that's mostly it for that age. You're not really trying to do much, from the ages of like 4 to 6.5. It's just getting the feel of it, letting them actually enjoy, just playing with whatever sport it is, just having it around, letting them pick up the ball, throw the ball, so they get comfortable with it before you start, putting in stuff like this. Like my 11-year-old doesn't do all of this.
Where I thought it'd be great. So we did a 60-40 drill, and I'll have 4 stations.
So we had burpee squats.
Burpee squats.
We had ab roller. We had power dribble.
The power dribble on a heavy ball
with you pushing on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one,
Pat Beverly. You got to work out for Pat Beverly.
But even what that is, that shows you its strength with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now this, we didn't do anything after that. Now we're back in the gym, and these are our shooting workout drills where we're really getting up shots, competitive, right? I don't just do drills so you can just be bored. Like it's gonna be competitive. Right, so this drill we have right here is between Tim and a kid named Jace to see who's the best shooter out of these two. So it's 2 minutes. You got 5 spots, 2 minutes on the clock. The point of this drill is you have to make 2 in a row before you move to the next spot. Once you finish 4 spots, you finish at the top of the key, and then you shoot it out. Right, whatever's left on the time, you just keep going until you finish. My highest was 55 makes. Karan beat that with 61. I beat him with 62. And a kid named Murphy, I think he ended up going to Pitt, made 74. Now, I know it's crazy because it's only 2 minutes. Yeah, but he 74. Yeah. Like with here, it's more about, the passers, making sure they get the ball to you to really, get in that mode. But here it's between these two. But that's a really good drill where it's more like a Klay Thompson and Steph Curry type of drill. Like you really trying to focus, get your shots, move on to the next spot. It's about speed, and then when you're on the last spot, it's more about the endurance of your arm. See, like right here, when I'm talking about, 50, 60, all that, we're not missing on these 4 spots, but they're high school kids. Actually, if you work out alone, I have different drills for you. I mean, even if you're working out alone, you will do this drill. I have this drill for you. I have a lot of full court, half court moving drills where it's the point is to get you fatigue. You get, like we trained for you went to triple overtime, right? You went to triple overtime, and they need this shot. And you have no more energy. That's how we're training. We're training for those moments. This kid right here who's shooting, he played frost off. He played JV all the way until his was it a senior year? Junior year. Yeah, junior year was his first time like playing varsity. Started, he trained with me the whole summer. Like he was JV, started with me the whole summer. He became he's the starting shooter guard and led the team in scoring, averaging 20 points a game. And they won the state championship. Turned his whole game around. The funny part is he would have broke the school record if COVID didn't hit. Because COVID hit, they had to miss 10 games, and it kind of messed them up from having a scoring record, for his school. But Elijah's gonna get that. Elijah's gonna break that this season, but he would have had it. Yeah, so he got 23, but you can see like that last spot, it's a lot in a row. And I know you're saying 62. Yeah. Because by the time we get there, so by the time we get to the top, we have 8. Everyone has 8. And then from there, it's how fast you can give me the ball and I shoot. So the rebounders, like the rebound, as soon as I let it go, give me the ball again. So it's basically grab and go. A lot of rebounders been cussed out on this drill. So like, okay, so this kid Jace, very great shooter. As you can see, he's starting off bad, but he's a very great shooter. But this let him know what type of shooting he needed to have. Everyone's a good shooter in the element that they know they're in. He wasn't used to moving and running and doing all this when he shot the ball. So, these are new elements. And, like I tell shooters, yeah, you might be a great spot up shooter, but are you a great fadeaway shooter? Are you a great, coming off the curl shooter? Are you, great at, coming off down screens, up screen? Like there's different ways of shooting. And to be a complete shooter, you have to be great at all of it. And then, I found like little defects in like when he goes right, left versus left, right, trying to speed up, when, he double taps his foot, so filming and watching the habits and watching the mechanics of the kids, helps too. And, as a trainer, you have to watch everything, to see what makes the kid, faster going this way. Like JJ Redick, he did an interview about, when he's coming off, when he's coming off this way to shoot, he can stay floating. Yes, he can. Like, which is odd for a left-handed guy. You want to go this way so you can shoot. He was great going that way, but he wasn't great going this way. So as a defender, we didn't want him coming out on the right side. We wanted him to go left. Let him go the other way. because he wasn't comfortable shooting off, shooting and then coming his way because he liked to float. All right, so like right here, you see, like when he catches the ball, he dips it and then dips, then come back up, like stuff like that. I had to hurry up and change because that extra dip, that's blocked on the next level. So you have to be able to catch it here and just go straight up with it. You're not allowed, you can't get your power. You have to learn how to get your power from here. So like little things like that is, teaching them how to get the shot off faster, how to be more accurate, do the same thing every single time, cut out all the bad habits, right? And I think sometimes when you take bad habits out, they're so comfortable doing it that when they try the new way, the percentage goes down. And I tell them like it's like starting something new. So you have to that has to become a habit. So until it becomes a habit, you won't be shooting the same percentage. But this right here has no handicap. What you're doing is capped off. So you're going to change it so you can keep going forward. Just little things like even on the free throw line, if you're shooting 84 and you got 1 foot back, you'll put your other foot back so you're balanced, right? If you're putting all the pressure on your right leg, eventually that's going to, take some misses that you don't want to, that you don't need when you're tired. So put both feet focused. That might go from 84 to 84.5, 85. So there's just like little details that you do with shooters that increase, just the little things. Like you see, when I say like 70, you see how long it's taking him to take every shot? Like he's going through his whole full routine. So yeah, that was one of our shooting drills. But when I do have when I do, and my summer is crazy when it's training time. I'll do track stuff, right? And I'll just be on one of the moves and just say 96 laps, right? Or I'll write on a piece of paper, you got 96, you got 50, you got what's the name, and y'all got to pick. This is one rule I have. If a kid asks me how many shots, whatever I was going to say, if I would have said like, if it's 15 shots, I automatically double it because of them. Don't ask me shit. Right. Because my thing is, why do you care how many? The more you shoot, the better you get. So you shouldn't even give a fuck how many shots that we're taking. right? Because the purpose is getting better. I think sometimes we get used to like this bottom level of shooting or bottom level of anything. Everybody wants to know how much, like how long, like, you know, how long is this run? It don't matter. When you're done, you're in better shape. So whenever a kid asks me, you know, how many shots, I'm going to say, I'm going to just double it. You know, the track run, we'll start off, we'll do 5 miles. Like during the 5 mile, we'll have breaks, but the breaks are like this. Like everyone runs, right? You'll do 1 mile. And then the first person, when you stop, I'll let the timer go. When the next person comes, he gets a time. So, okay, you're 20 seconds behind and so on, so on. So when we have our break and we say, go again, whoever's in first, he has a 20-second head start from that person. That person has a head start behind the next one, and so on and so on. That's how we do it. We have stairs workout. Depending on it, like right now, I'm gonna go to the high school on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got to put them through bleacher and track conditioning drill. So basically, it's dribbling drill. So probably offhand, dribble around the track, go up the bleachers, do the bleachers workout, come out the other side. Now you have another move, right? And that's how we do it. Like I'll do 15 to 35. I don't know, depending on how they look at me. Depending on how they look at me. Like it's mental. Like I don't want, like when you're training, right? When I say, yeah, we're gonna do 10 miles, I'm waiting for the person to say 10 miles, right? You already lost. You already lost. Right? That's lost already. You mentally already lost, which means soon as you start, it's already it's already hurting. The drill already hurts, the ideal already hurts. You're already now trying to figure out how to get out of it. Versus like, that's it, or let's go. All right, let's start the clock. And then usually, like most of the kids now, they realize that. So if I say 96 laps, I'm only saying it just to see if they're going to bitch and moan. If they bitch and moan, 96 laps. If they get out there and they start running their ass off, maybe 15, 20 laps. The only person who had to do 96 laps was my daughter, because she thought she can like walk it and do all this. You're going to get all 96. Everybody was already back home and shit. She was still going, like crying. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because you know, the person that's guarding you don't care. They don't care if you're crying. But yeah, it's brutal. But when we played, I ain't got to sub nobody. Nobody got to sub out. And that's the point. Like, think about it as that. Like when you're talking about getting in shape, right? If you're in shape, that means you don't have to be subbed. Because once you get subbed, you can't get the stats. If you're on the bench, you can't get stats. Right? Stats equal money. Money equals a lifestyle. Right? It all starts with being in shape. You know, if you can play 42 to 45 minutes out of the 48, look at all the stats again. If you can only play 20 minutes because you don't want to get in shape, that affects everything. So being in shape is number one. All right, get in practice. Whatever you're doing, get tired. That's the point of it, getting tired. I mean, if you're doing, you know, one lap, run that 1 lap hard as fuck. That's it. That's all you got that day. Do that. Jogging it doesn't do nothing for you. So I'm gonna get the rest of it just to put it out there so you guys can at least get an idea of, like, if you're trying to get in shape or you want to train kids or, you know, start your own program, you have drills, you have things that you can go to. Man, getting better ain't a secret. Like, You just take the information, put it towards your kids, and keep going. Like I'll show you like drills that we did in training camp. Drills I put in training camp. Full court, team drills, single drills by itself, 2-on-2 drills. I mean, I have it all. I'll start releasing some of those. I just got to get the footage because I filmed all of it. I just got to put it in the edit where it can, it can be easier to see. So that was it for today. I just wanted to give y'all a quick one. If you see on my community post that I posted, that I just signed a deal with Playback. So Playback is a company that got NBA licensing to show, NBA footage. So on that platform, I'm actually allowed to show the game and we can watch it together and I can commentate, kill some of them 80 players. And I can commentate and talk about the game. I think my first game is going to be Tuesday. And hey, I want y'all to tell me which game I should actually watch with you guys. Here's my options. Hold on. It is, I have 1980 Lakers versus 76ers. I guess Magic plays center. So that's one game I can do. 1987 Celtics versus Pistons. Steal by Bird. Man, this shit sound boring already. 1995 Bulls versus Knicks. MJ scores 55. Returning from retirement. 2000 Lakers versus Pacers. Kobe takes over in overtime after Shaq fouls out. 2001 Sixers versus Bucks, Game 7. Iverson scores 44 to send them to the finals. So which one? Which one sounds? Oh, the MJ. Okay, I see a lot of MJ. Bulls, Knicks. Oh no! It's gonna be games now. It's gonna be games. So once the season starts, it'll be live. So I can do live games. But I'm trying to get everybody to the page right now, so I can do some of the throwback games right now. But yeah, once the season starts, it's all live. So whatever comes on live, that's the one. I'll be picking a game, whatever day, and then we'll do the game live, so we'll all see it together. So you can really, get a sense of it from a player's standpoint. Like, when was a good timeout? Was that a good sub? All right, so we got Kobe, we got Michael Jordan, MJ, Bucks. Yeah, I'm gonna do Harden. I'm gonna do all. Listen, I'm gonna get to the yams, but I wanted to get the first one out. So we're gonna go with. Let's see. So Jordan in the Garden. All right, so Jordan in the Garden. We'll do that game. So we got Monday. We're gonna do it Monday. So Monday, right after Gil's Arena, I'll come right here. So 2:30. 2:30 here. We on. Oh no, shit! It won't be here. It'll be. I ain't even dropped the fucking link, huh? I don't know how to do that yet. So go to the community page, sign up, and then we're gonna go on that platform and we're gonna watch the 95 Bulls versus Knicks. Oh, it's in the Garden too. All right, so Monday after Gil's Arena, I'll be on Playback. Let's see how Jordan scored this double nickel. All right, thank you for showing up today. Appreciate you. See you Monday. Not on here, over there. Thank you. Enjoy your night.